In our first video, we discussed how to analyze cost and behavior as fixed cost, variable cost, and what is contribution. Under that unit contribution, how to calculate total contribution, and CS ratio. Finally, we discuss break-even point, and under that BEP in units and BP in value. So I would like to discuss a question for you to understand those concepts first. Right. In a business, they sell 5,000 units. 5,000 units. Then selling price, they have fixed 50 rupees. Variable cost, they have mentioned 30 rupees. You take total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. You can take 106,000 rupees. 106,000 rupees. Part 1. Part 1, you can calculate unit contribution. Unit contribution. Unit contribution, equal unit selling price minus unit variable cost. Unit selling price minus unit variable cost. You are given unit selling price 50 rupees and variable cost 30 rupees. Then your unit with contribution equal 50 minus 30, 20 rupees. Right. If you want to calculate unit contribution, you take unit selling price and deduct unit variable cost. In this variable cost, at the expenditure, sometimes there can be direct material, direct labor, and direct other costs. Sometimes variable overhead, right? Therefore, depending on the given details, you have to calculate. That is how you can calculate unit contribution. Then you can calculate total contribution. Total contribution equal unit contribution into number of units. Number of units. Right. Here, unit contribution, we got 20 rupees. Number of units they have sold to, expected to, budgeted to sell is 5,000. Then you take 5,000 into 20, 2 into 5, 10. Right. Here, 100,000 rupees. Your total contribution will be 100,000 rupees. Actually, if you want to calculate total contribution, I give another method. That is, you take total revenue and deduct TVC. TVC means total variable cost. If you take number of units 5,000 into unit selling price 50 equal total revenue 250,000. Then deduct TVC equal TVC per unit 30 into number of units produced 5,000. Right. Then here 30 into 5,000 0040 150,000. Then again you can take 100,000 is the total variable cost. So 100,000 is the total contribution. 100,000 is total contribution. 250,000 minus 150 equal total contribution equal 100,000 rupees, right? Okay. Then, according to the given detail, our second calculation is CS ratio. CS ratio equal unit contribution divided by selling price into 100. Unit contribution 20, unit selling price 50 into 100, then you take 40% is the answer. 40% is the answer, right? CS ratio equal here unit contribution 20, unit selling price 50 into 100, then it will be 40%. 1, 2, 2, 20, 40%. 5. Then our next concept is break-even point in units and value. Here BEP in units equal total piece cost divided by unit contribution. Total piece cost divided by unit contribution. Then total piece cost we are given 160,000 is unit contribution we are given 20. Then equal we can take 0, 0, 16,000 divided by 2, 8,000 units. BP units equal 8,000 units. At the examination, you have to clearly mention whether it is units or value. Right. Then, how to calculate BEP in value equal TFC, that is total piece cost divided by CS ratio. Right. TFC equal 160,000 rupees divided by CS ratio. Earlier we calculated 20 divided by 15 to 100. That is 40%. We calculated earlier. Then 40% we apply. Right. Here 40% means 160 divided by 0.4. 0.4. Then 160,000 divided by 0.4. You can take again here 160,000 divided by 0.4 means you can include another 0, then divide by 4, 1 time, 4 times, then 400,000. Your answer will be 400,000 rupees. BEP in value. You can check that answer. BEP in units we found, BEP in value we can check. Right. BEP in value we can check whether it is correct or not. Then if you take BEP in units, we got 160,000 divided by in contribution 20. Then we got 8,000 units. No? Then you can check with the answer correct or not. Then 8,000 units into here we got 100,000 rupees as BP in value. We can check whether it is correct or not. 8,000 and selling price will be 50. Then 0, 0, 0, 0, 4. 8 into 5, 40. Then that is correct. 400 rupees BP in value. Right. Now you understood how to calculate unit contribution, total contribution, sales ratio, BP in units and BP in value. Right. Now we can understand other concepts available in this lesson. We have to know how to calculate margin of safety, MOS, 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 margin of safety. Margin of safety. What is safety? You have to know whether the business is having safety. Right. Margin of safety is the difference actual budgeted to expected sales volume and break-even sales volume. Or the difference between actual budgeted to expected sales volume and break-even volume is the margin of safety. If you exceed BEP, then you have a safety in the market. Right. Then MOS also we can calculate in units and value. MOS in units equal actual or budgeted or expected. They are similar terms. Units minus BEP units, BEP units, right? You should be able to remember these formulas, then you can easily solve questions, even in the paper, right? This is the margin of MOS in units. If you want to calculate MOS in value equal here actual or budgeted or expected sales volume minus BP sales volume. If you want to calculate MOS in value, actual budget or expected sales volume minus BP sales volume. Right. You should be able to remember these formulas, then it will help you to do your calculations easily. Right. Then we have another concept, that is, if the business wants to know how many units they have to produce to achieve expected profit, then they should be able to calculate the numbers to be produced to achieve the expected profit. Then we have formula number of units to be produced to achieve a target product, to be produced to achieve a target profit equal number of units to be produced to achieve a target profit equal total piece cost, total FC plus expected profit. Total FC means total piece cost plus expected profit divided by unit contribution. Better to practice these formulas and remember at the examination. If you can remember these formulas, you can easily solve the question. Number of units to be produced to achieve a target profit or given profit, expected profit. Then you should find total piece cost and add expected profit and divide it by unit contribution. Right. Then these formulas are important at the examination to solve the questions. So again, I remember for you to remember these formulas to calculate the answers. Right. Then I'm going to discuss another question to calculate the answers for all the concepts available in this lesson. Right. According to the given example, present sales units equal 5,000. Selling price per unit 200 rupees. Piece cost equal 240,000 rupees. Contribution sales ratio, CS ratio, you are given 40%. Right. Selling price per unit 200 rupees. Selling unit sales units 5,000 units. Piece cost 240,000 rupees, and CS ratio or profitable unit ratio or sales contribution ratio 40%. Then here actually question number 1, unit contribution. Equal, you are given CS ratio 40%. Now you know how to calculate CS ratio equal contribution divided by selling price into 100 now. This is the formula for to calculate CS ratio. Therefore, here in this question you are given 40%. As you know, CS ratio, you can take 40% from the given selling price. Then here 200 into 40% equal unit contribution. Here 1, 2, 80. 80 rupees will be 80 rupees will be unit contribution. Right. Then if you want to calculate total contribution equal, as you know, unit contribution multiplied by number of units here unit contribution 80 into number of units sold or actually sell 5,000 here. Then you can take 4 zeros and 40 You got 400,000 rupees as total contribution. Total contribution. That is the answer is 2. Right. Then number 3, you can calculate break-even points in unit and value. BEP in units, BEP in units equal total piece cost, total FC divided by unit contribution. Total piece cost is given in the question. That is 240,000. Unit contribution you calculate here 80 rupees. Then 0, 3, then 3,000 units. At the definition you have right units the term, otherwise you are not. Then you calculate the answer BP units. Then you can calculate. You can calculate BEP in value. BEP in value equal. If you know BEP in units, 3,000, you can just multiply by selling price. That is 200. Then you take by 600,000 rupees. If you know BEP in units, you just multiply BEP in units into selling price per unit. Then you can easily calculate. Or that is or BEP in value you can calculate this way. Total piece cost. Total EFC divided by CS ratio. CS ratio. Your total piece cost will be 240,000 rupees divided by CS ratio. 40% means 0.4. Then you can just take additional 0 and divide by 4. Then you can calculate again BP in value. When you take 241 and 6, that is 600,000. Same answer we got. BEP in value. Right. Then we can calculate margin of safety. Margin of safety is the difference between actual or expected or budgeted sales volume and BP sales volume. We can calculate MOS also in units. Here, MOS in units equal actual sales units minus BEP units, right? Actual low by the data expected units minus BEP units. Actual they have 5,000. BEP they have got 3,000. Then MOS will be 2,000 units. MOS will be 2,000 units. 2,000 units. Right. Then MOS in value. MOS in value equal MOS in units 2000 into selling price 200 equal 50 to 400. MOS equal 400. MOS is the area where we can have profit. We can have safety. Right. We can reach this answer in another way. If we know total contribution, then total contribution minus total fixed cost also equal to that. Right. Then I'll discuss all the past applications related to this lesson from 2015 to 20, especially 2019 and 20. We have again made a change in actually paper structure. Therefore, I will first discuss 2019 and 20 because it is easy for you to understand discussion and earn marks at the examination. When it comes to 2019 and 20, actually, it is a part of a question, not the full question. Therefore, if you select this lesson, you will have to select investment appraisal question also. Therefore, next question will be investment appraisal. It is also easy for you to understand. Then, if you combine these two lessons, break-even analysis and investment appraisal, you can easily earn 20 marks at the examination.